It's recognized that art galleries have, a fairly calming effect on visitors. There's a belief that museum and gallery visits can be prescribed by doctors. It's actually, it's good for your mental health, good for your brain, good for your soul, good for your eyes. I'm Helen Gregory. I'm the curator at McIntosh Gallery.
My name is Rachel Deiterding, and I'm the curator of collections and special projects at McIntosh Gallery.
My name is Aaron Gurovich, and I'm the gallery operations specialist at the McIntosh Gallery in exhibitions, collections, and facilities.
McIntosh Gallery is the second oldest university art gallery in Canada and the first oldest university art gallery in Ontario. It was built in 1942 with money that was bequeathed to the university by Wilhelmina McIntosh. She gave money to Western to build a purpose-built gallery to house her collection, but there were stipulations that the building had to be constructed within 2 years, and if it wasn't, then the money would go to U of T. Western built the building on time. It was only the 5th building built on campus.
The gallery's been collecting since 1942, pretty much. That's when the building was built, and it's been collecting with various amounts of rigor and intensity since then. There's also some works that kind of belonged to the university before that moment that got absorbed into the gallery. The bulk of the work is focused on regional artists, so people who are practicing in and around London. There's a large representation of alumni from Western.
We're a collecting institution. We've collected many artworks in the preceding years, and so now it's very much a rotating space where we have exhibitions regularly, displaying both works from our collection as well as contemporary artists and other artists from around.
So the university does provide some funding, but a lot of it is also external. We apply to the major arts funding bodies like the Ontario Arts Council, the Canada Council. We rely a lot on donations from the public. We've had some legacy donations that have been significant. We are completely free for students. They don't pay in any way, and they're absolutely free and welcome to come in anytime.
So this space we refer to as the vault. It's the room where pretty much all of our art is kept. It's a climate-controlled space, so we closely track the temperature and humidity levels of the space. The majority of the works are works on paper. Then we also have a lot of paintings, so I would say the majority of the collection is really paintings and works on paper. And then we also have a collection of photographs, and we have some installation and sculptural pieces, as well as some video and digital work.
Curatorial projects are kind of, they're always guided by the curator, but that may be kind of within a larger conversation that we're having here at the gallery. We usually start 2 to 3 years in advance. There are a couple of ways that you can kind of enter the idea of a curatorial project. You might start with a concept and start looking for artists whose work kind of responds to an idea. Or you might start with an artist or a group of artists whose work you think kind of really operates in sympathy with one another. There could be a single artist whose work is particularly interesting that you might want to focus on for a solo exhibition.
Exhibitions will run from anywhere between 4 to 15 weeks. The average is 5 to 7 times a year that we change over the exhibitions at the McIntosh.
The work is taken down, it's wrapped, it gets shipped back to either the artist or to galleries or to owners. And then at the same time, new work will come in. It's really, because we're small, we only have sort of the 2 galleries. We don't have a holding zone. So the process of sort of deinstalling and then reinstalling, it's like a military operation. Like it's very, very coordinated.
It involves working very closely with the curators to decide, what their needs are for an exhibition, if there's, particular colors that need to be painted on walls, how they want how they want the look of the exhibition to run, whether there are, security logistics involved. My job is really to protect these objects and give them, the longest life they can possibly have. One of the projects that we have going on right now that's very exciting is our R&Art program, which is designed as a space. We're really thinking of it as a third space. It's a space that's not a classroom, not a workplace, not your home, but a space where you can come and disengage with whatever stresses you may have in your life and engage with art in a creative way.
Every exhibition is different. So it's going to connect with, I think, a different group of students, but I also think that art is also quite universal.
Anyone studying not only art, but the arts in general could come and peruse our files, our library, and gain access to that information. I think about my experiences with university galleries during my undergrad. I think that they were formative for me in terms of really fostering a lifelong engagement with art. I think that we offer that opportunity to the students here on campus.